notes. Now, we're not exactly sure just yet what we're going to be when we grow up. Possibly a scientist, writer, singer, all of these things you're good at. But your mom said, but one thing you know for sure is that you will succeed in life and be happy all the way, right? What does happiness look like to you?
I don't think it's something that looks like. It's something that I feel. I feel happy when I do something. Like, I'm happy when I write. I'm happy when I'm reading. I'm happy when I'm in my happy place.
Yeah.
And it's just fun and carefree happy. So when I'm feeling like maybe sad or down, I can go to somewhere or do something to make me feel happy. And honestly, I love how I do that.
Yeah. I actually love that's great advice for anybody watching that like what is happiness is not necessarily something to like you can go get, but it's something that kind of comes from within and things that make us happy, right? I love that. I love that. Yeah.
You're just in time for story time. Inspiring people, inspiring stories from all around the world. Boys and girls, moms and dads, who knows what you'll find. We all have stories, and you're just in time for story time.
Story time for a very special episode.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Just in Time for Storytime. I am your host, Justin Stephen Ford, author of the diverse picture book, I See Me. And we're back for another one of my favorite segments, the Kids Speak segment, where we hear what kids are thinking, how they feel, and what's going on in their lives, which is great. As you know, the channel is all about positivity, diversity, inclusion, representation, children's literacy, all of that good stuff kind of all wrapped in one. So without further ado, you are just in time for story time. Let's talk about it. Okay, so my guest today, I'm so excited because I can see her right now smiling and we're about to have a really good time, but I'm going to intro first and then we'll bring her up. So she has many hobbies such as dancing, singing, writing, netball, football, and playing piano, which her family loves. She adores reading so much that she says it's like her best friend, and she can spend hours doing that. Very soon, she'll be representing her school in a reading competition and hopes to take home the win. Please welcome to Just in Time for Storytime, Ava! How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm good. I'm so glad to have you on the show. Are you happy to be here?
Yeah, I'm definitely happy to be here.
Okay, awesome. Are you ready to have a little fun?
Yes.
I'm loving the energy, Ava. I'm loving it. All right, Ava, so tell us how old you are and where you are from.
I'm 11 years old and I'm from Wolverhampton in the UK in the Midlands.
Very Midland, the Midlands. Now, you have a little bit of a different accent for me and I absolutely love it. So if during the interview you hear me do it a little bit, just ignore it. Perfect. So before we start with some questions, tell us a little bit about yourself. So your mom said you love the dancing, singing, writing. Yeah, tell us about yourself.
So, like I said, I really love singing, dancing, and acting. I love netball and football, and of course, I do love playing my piano. But also, another thing I really like to do is read and write. I really like creating stories, and I love how I can like make them flow or change the story midway. Maybe it's a sudden change or a gradually change. And I love reading. I'm currently reading The Hobbit, and it's very good so far. I've got the Lord of the Rings collection and I have some other books, which is another collection. And it's a TV series on Netflix, but they took it down. I don't know why, but it's supposed to be really good. It's called Shadow and Bone. And I've got 4 of the books so far. I have King of Scars, Rule of Laws, Six of Crows and Ruin and Rising.
Very nice. I have heard so much about that show, and I have not seen it, but I hear it's really good.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
I'm sorry. Hopefully they'll see this video and they'll bring it back. So
Yeah.
everyone drop in the comments Shadow and Bone. Okay, so when did you find out you loved writing and reading? Like, how did that start? How old were you?
So when I started to love writing, it started when I created like the story, when I realized I really like truly loved writing. It was like when I was in year 5, and it was like a very dark story.
Okay.
It's like a girl who goes into a coma and's been there for about a year, and then she's in the hospital and she wakes up and she's like had a lot of nightmares, so she's like really shocked by it. She wakes up, she gets back to work, and she goes home to meet her mom.
You wrote this in year 5?
Yep.
So you have a very big imagination.
Yes, very big, including so big that one time I thought that the earth was flat, even though my mind knows that it isn't.
So your mom told me about that. Now I did read that you wanted the earth to be flat.
Yes, it makes very much sense because you can.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. Because if you travel in a straight line, you fall off the edge. And I want to know what happens if you fall off the edge.
That's a good question. That is a good question. What happens if you were to fall off the edge of the earth? I mean, I would like to know. So maybe we can figure it out together. Okay. So do you think you might want to be a writer when you grow up?
Maybe, because I love reading stories. My favorite author is definitely David Walliams.
Okay.
And I love how he makes the books fun and imaginative, because he just doesn't tell the story. He makes an image in your head. I don't like picture books. I just love reading the words and imagining it in my head. It's amazing.
It is amazing. And you make me want to read a book right now. Because that's also really cool, because like you said, you can read the book and then you can kind of create what the characters look like and create where the characters are and what they're doing. And like you can get lost in that for hours.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Now, what does it feel like when you see books and you see characters that remind you of yourself, that maybe look like you or act like you? How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel like I'm in the book, like I'm reading about myself when I know it's not me.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool, Ava. Very cool. Okay. Now you love science and space. So we kind of talked about it. You and I have a lot in common, which we'll talk about. But I love science fiction. I love space. I love aliens, all that stuff. Do aliens exist?
I'm not sure really, because there's been like stuff on Mars that's been discovered. I believe there are strange things out in the universe, but we don't have the technology to just do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like there is aliens out there, and once we grow, we'll be able to see them.
There's gotta be something out there. Who knows? Okay. So you love space. Is that why you love space? Because it's so big and vast? What do you love about it?
I love that how people can do stargazing, and sometimes you can wonder, you can have so many questions, but sometimes they can't be answered. But when you look up into space, you can just imagine what the answer is. You can ask a question and make your own answer to it, and it could be real, it could be not. You just never know.
Yeah. Ava, I love your outlook on life. It's so like positive, and so it's great. It's great. We're very similar in that way. Okay, so maybe you'll be a scientist. Maybe you'll be a writer. Maybe you'll be a singer. So I hear that you like to sing, and I hear that you auditioned to be in a musical. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
What musical?
So I'm auditioning to go in Nativity the Musical at the Grand Theatre, and I'm auditioning for something else, but that's a secret.
Okay. You can't tell us. All right. Okay. So I'll respect that. So So I recently did a theme song for the Just in Time for Storytime show. Not sure if you heard it, but I made it up, and so I like to sing. I love to write songs. I love to sing songs. Do you think that you can sing? Do you have a favorite song?
Yes, I do have a favorite song.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song is Firework by Katy Perry.
That's a hard song to sing.
It's very hard, but the tune, it makes me feel really upbeat and really lively, like a firework.
So, with that being said, are you going to sing a little bit of Firework for us?
Oh, why not? Why not?
Okay, we are ready. I'll count you down. Now singing Firework. Give it up for Ava.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel the paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screams and no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you? You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just own the night like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come and let your colors burst. Make them go ah, ah, ah. You're gonna leave them all in
Wow! That's a hard song to sing. You did so good. Now, guys, we didn't prep for this. I didn't tell her, to sing that song. That was her own thing. So beautiful job. Beautiful job. Beautiful job.
Thank
Since you sang, you have to help me with something. So now that I know you have this amazing voice, right? So my theme song is Just in Time for Storytime. And I would love to hear your version of your spin on how you would sing Just in Time for Storytime. So I'll sing my version, and I would love to see how you would do your version, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So my version would be Just in Time for Storytime. What would you do?
Just in time for story time.
That was good. That was really good. I might have to take that and do that and record that. Good job. High five on that one, friend. Come on. High five.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Good. Okay. So the musical thing, let's see. I'm looking at my notes. Now, we're not exactly sure just yet what we're going to be when we grow up. Possibly a scientist, writer, singer, all of these things you're good at. But your mom said, but one thing you know for sure is that you will succeed in life and be happy all the way, right? What does happiness look like to you?
I don't think it's something that looks like. It's something that I feel. I feel happy when I do something. Like, I'm happy when I write. I'm happy when I'm reading. I'm happy when I'm in my happy place.
Yeah.
And it's just fun and carefree happy. So when I'm feeling like maybe sad or down, I can go to somewhere or do something to make me feel happy. And honestly, I love how I do that.
I actually love, that's great advice for anybody watching, that what is happiness is not necessarily something to you can go get, but it's something that kind of comes from within and things that make us happy, right? I love that. So, Ava, I have a new segment of the show that I have not tried with anyone before. And you might be the very first person I can do that with. Are you up to try something new?
Yes.
Okay, I love it. So this is a segment I'm calling Rapid Random Question Time, all right? And so what I'm going to do is ask you a series of questions, about 5 questions, back to back. And you can take your time a little bit with them, but we want a pretty quick answer for the questions, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready for rapid random question time?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect. First question. If you could make one rule that everyone in the world had to follow, what rule would you make?
Be kind.
Be kind, and then why?
Why? Because everybody deserves a second chance, but also to be kind to everybody so nobody can get hurt and nobody can be bullied.
Yes. Perfect. Amazing answer. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
To heal people. And because everybody needs to be healed, so it can be mentally or physically. Everybody deserves to live and have a good life.
Yes. Love that. I love that. If you could invent a new holiday, what would it be and why would you celebrate?
I think it would be celebrating the joy of life.
Oh, that's so good. Why should we celebrate the joy of life, Ava?
Because it's the joy of life. Some people have like amazing things in life, but not just that, because we have like emotions that we should celebrate. We should celebrate our happiness and our joy.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Oh, this is good. Okay, another question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, if you could change one rule in your house, what would it be?
I'd
I know
say
your mom is listening, so now's your chance.
I'd say to ban cell phones for 5 hours.
Really? That's the rule you would put into place?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? That's great.
Because my dad spends too long on his phone. My mom spends too long on his phone. I spend too long on my phone. And it'd be good if we like join as a family and spend like family time together.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Okay, actually, I'm going to add another question. If you went to bed tonight and woke up a grown-up, what's the first thing you would do?
I would scream. Because I would be so scared of what happened to me. Like,
if I went to bed and woke up like a kid, I think I would also scream. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Last question. If you could do, and you kind of answered this, but if you could change one thing to make the world a better place, what would that be?
I would change laws, because I think some of the laws in other places, not just England or America, I think it's fair that the world has fair rules, because everybody deserves to have like a fair life, because some people aren't like fair for some people. It's better if we all live in harmony than fight all the time.
Ava, you have genuinely brightened up my day, and I know that you're going to brighten up everyone's day that watches this interview. Thank you so much for taking time out your very, very busy schedule to come hang out with me for just a little bit. Will you come back?
Yes, and thank you for letting me be on this.
Absolutely. Do you have anything else you want to say, Ava, to the people?
I just want to say that make sure you subscribe to JustinTIME.
For story time, I love you. You are amazing.
Oh,
are we friends? We're friends now, right?
Yeah.
So you have to come back to the show after you, once you make the musical, and after you win the reading competition. You have so much coming up, and I'm so excited for you. So let me just make sure before we go, I like to do a little positive affirmation. You know how awesome you are, right?
Yes.
You know how smart you are, right?
Yeah.
You know that my guest the other day said something amazing. You know that you are a world changer, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just as long as you know, I'm okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, this has been another episode of Kids Speak, just in time for story time. Ava, tell us where they can find you.
They can find me on Instagram at Ava Ayadeji.
Okay. Perfect. All right, Ava. So until next time, guys, like Ava said, she said like, subscribe, follow Ava, and check out all the amazing other interviews that we have of other Kids Speak. We have an Inspiring People, Inspiring Story segment, and much more to come. So until next time, you're just in time for story time. See y'all later.
Bye.
So take a look. Who knows what you'll find just in time for story time.